Lead-up's been good. Good. Monday was a pretty physical game against the Reds. Just focused on freshening the boys up on Monday. Trained really well Tuesday. Good morning this morning. So travel tomorrow. Go over to New Zealand, earn some respect.
And how does it kind of feel coming off the back of a good win? Does it feel like it kind of started to click a little bit?
Feels so good. Feels much better. Bacon and eggs on Sunday morning was much more pleasant than losing to the Waratahs. So it's good. It's an easy job when you're winning, mate.
And does it feel like you guys kind of found that balance a little bit more between playing that attacking rugby and utilising those strengths like the rolling ball?
Yeah, I think so. I thought we got our balance right. Look, I think we've probably been a little bit disappointed in our maul and in the first couple of weeks. So boys were challenged by Laurie in and around that area. We knew we were going to have to front up at set piece, and the other side of it was we managed to play some footy, you know, and attack the space and see the opportunity in the space on Saturday night instead of on Monday morning. So it was good.
You said at the start there, win some respect going over to New Zealand. Like, what do you mean by that? Just in terms of from the competition, from your opponents, from the public?
Oh, I think a bit of probably all of those. You know, I think Australian teams in Super Rugby at the moment, you know, in New Zealand probably aren't respected. So we've got to go about changing that. You know, and I think we've had a really good week. We've taken confidence out of our performance against the Reds, but understand that what we did against the Reds isn't going to cut it in Dunedin. We've got to be better and improve and make sure we're ready to play and play for 80 minutes. And that's what you've got to do. And I think we've done that. And you know, you look at our results in recent times in New Zealand. There's not too many times where we've, you know, it's been one-sided by any means. It's just been critical moments within the game that we haven't won, and we've got to change that.
Well, what do you have to change in an approach against the Reds to an approach against the Highlanders?
Oh, look, I think with the Highlanders, with any New Zealand team, you just got to keep them. You got to keep them under pressure. You got to make sure that you're applying pressure in all areas of the field. You score points, make sure that you get out of your end quickly, and put them back under pressure. When you've got the ball, make sure you take your opportunities. If you've got an opportunity to maul for try, then take the opportunity that you get, because you don't get a whole lot of them.
When I know you said that the record against Australian teams in New Zealand, has it been spoken about at all? Like, are you one of the coaches who says we're not even going to talk about it, or do you think you do need to talk about it in some capacity?
Oh, we speak about it in some capacity. I think for us this week, it's you know, improving and backing up a good performance and understanding that you know, we've got to be really good on Saturday night in Dunedin to ensure that we get another result, and if we do that, then we'll get some respect. And for me, that's what this Saturday night's about. It's about us going over to New Zealand and earning respect as a club and as a team.
You're obviously going to have a couple of changes, Lockie. Is he still that 6-week sort of thing that you're thinking? And
yeah,
what do you think?
Scans have been positive there so far with Lockie, so no fracture. You know, there's a little bit of damage there to a ligament, but you know, we mentioned sort of 6 weeks initially, and that's probably where it sits at the moment.
In terms of replacing him, how do you feel that whole?
Oh, Tommy Cusack's been excellent for us. Was excellent again on Saturday night off the bench. So yeah, Tommy will slot in there.
Yeah. You talked about some of those recent results being a lot closer on the field than they perhaps might look to the viewing public. What is it that gives that New Zealand team, those New Zealand teams, that home advantage? What's the atmosphere like? They certainly love their sport over there.
Yeah. It's a challenging place. I suppose the New Zealand teams play for 80 minutes. You know, they'll play for 80 minutes and just at certain points in the game, if, you know, for example, a player gets sin-binned, then they lift as a group. They just put you under pressure, and it's how you handle and deal with that pressure, and strategically how you play throughout the game. You know, the New Zealand teams, you don't want to be playing too much football in the wrong ends of the field. They'll tee off defensively. They'll look for opportunity from turnover ball. So it's about us getting our plan right and making sure that we're ready to play for 80 minutes and understanding it's a tough environment. But the last time we went to Dunedin was 2013. We won, and we won well. So we've played the Highlanders a couple of times at home in recent years, and I think most people in Canberra remember those fixtures well, in particular the quarter final a couple of years ago. So there hasn't been a great deal in it. in regards to our matches against one another. So it's about those key moments within a game, making sure that we apply pressure and we win more of those moments than we lose.
It's a bit intimidating though for some of those players who haven't experienced a win in New Zealand.
I think New Zealand is intimidating. Yeah, South Africa is intimidating. You know, that's just the nature of being on the road. But this is a real opportunity for us to earn some respect as a club and put a line in the sand, because I think we're all a little bit sick of talking about the hoodoo that apparently exists.
What about playing under the roof over there as well? Do you think that'll suit the style that you are trying to play?
Yeah, I think so. I looked at the weather forecast and it's 3 and raining with a maximum of 9, so at least it'll be pleasant for a couple of hours while we're under the roof. I'll enjoy the warm-up. But it'll allow us to play. Yeah, it'll allow us to execute the plan that we want to execute and play our game.
Banksy was saying yesterday that I guess it'll provide a good benchmark for you guys with these kind of new skills that you guys are implementing. Do you kind of see it that way as well?
Yeah, I think so. As I said, defensively, breakdown, set piece, they'll challenge us in all areas there. Look, the Reds did the same as well. So it's just about being consistent there and understanding that we've got to go over there. If we want to get a good win in New Zealand, we've got to play footy. It's not going to be just defend and hope for opportunities off the back of a maul and kick the ball away. We've got to play football and make sure that when we get our chances that we're prepared to play with confidence and belief that we showed last week.
You speak about that 80-minute performance as well, and even though it was a great victory against the Reds, there was still that first kind of 15-20 minutes when they were up by 15 points again. So again, what do you kind of have to change to make sure that the boys are switched on for that whole...
Look, I think we were switched on for the first 20 minutes. I thought we actually defended really well. If you look, there was probably just a couple of individual errors that hurt us at key times. Defensively, we were in good shape, but just one-on-one missed tackles. I think there's 2 of them, and against powerful ball carriers, Chris Satir, those sort of guys, they'll hurt you. The Highlanders are no different in the high-low, those blokes. So I thought we were what we couldn't get in the first 20 minutes was possession. We struggled to get possession. We were defending the whole time. Did it pretty well. Missed a couple of tackles. So
you spoke before about the 2013 result and getting the win in Dunedin that time. It was 5 years ago, but there were a few players still playing in that team. Do you talk about that at all this week at all?
Yeah, Benny A spoke about it. He was there that day. Spadey was there that day. He was one of the best players on the field. Laurie was there. Sam Carter, Christian. There's quite a lot of guys that were there that played that day. So yeah, what happened in 2013, we know it's not just going to happen again. I think what we took out of that game and what the boys had to say about that is that you've got to go over there and be prepared to chance your arm.
And Henry, is there any timeline on his return?
Oh, he won't be too far away. Yeah, he's. It's not a major injury by any means. It's an opportunity for him just to get his knee 100% right instead of playing him at 85, 90%. So good chance for Spadey to get that right and be ready to go potentially the following week.
So definitely not this week.
It looks that way. Yeah.
In terms of naming a team, like do you reward combinations that you had last week? Is that what you, or are you not afraid to make changes to it?
Not afraid to make changes. I think it's a different, as I said from the start, blocker. You pick your side on what you think will do the job to win that particular game. You perform well and get a good result against the Reds. Look, I won't be making a whole heap of changes, but we're certainly strategically thinking about who's the best player in a couple of positions to do the job.